everyone, I am Shruti Sonavani and I welcome you to College Duniya's MBA channel. If you are a current MBA student or an MBA aspirant, then this place is just for you. But before we begin, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do it right now. So in this special series of College Dunya interviews where we interview MBA students from top B schools of India, today we have with us Ankit Kumar from SIBM Pune. He is from the batch of 2022 to 24. So hi Ankit, I welcome you to this interview series of College Dunya.
Thank you, Shruti.
How are you?
Really privileged to be here, the part of the series. I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah. So to start with this video, Ankit, could you please just brief us about your profile, like 10th, 12th, work ex, your SNAP, entrance percentile, etc.
Yes. So I belong to Patna, where I did my schooling from DAV Public School, Khagol. In class 10th, I scored 10 out of 10 CGPA. Then I did my inter from Scholar Uchtar Madhyamik Vidyalaya plus 2 Inter College, where I scored 81.6%. And so 81.6% in Bihar board is equivalent to the no less than the state topper. So I was among the top 50 in the state. Okay. Then I went on to pursue civil engineering from Birla Institute of Technology or FIT Mesra. From there, I got selected into Tata Steel Utilities and Infrastructure Services, where I done slew of where I got a slew of opportunities as a part of graduate trainee, and where I did Tata Business Excellence Model, Swachhta Sarvekshan, and I was able to manage the closure of a century-old municipal solid waste dump spread over 22 acres, and the project was worth 18 crores. From there, I had this idea of getting into MBA and started preparing for my MBA entrance exams. And currently, I'm pursuing MBA in finance from SIBM Pune. And apart from that, I have interest in Hindi poetry and running.
Okay, cool. So Ankit, as you mentioned that you did engineering from BITS, and also you were working in a core technical and engineering role. So why did you thought of doing MBA?
So when I was in Tata Steel, and after completing around 18 months of my work experience, I was given this opportunity to lead a team of different vendors. Apart from that, I had to report at my department level. Client engagement was one of the core things, and being a part of the company, so I was being managed by the HR professional. So these things always gave me a question, and inquisitiveness came from inside. That how this project is going to, say the 18 crore project is going to fit into the 93,000 crore worth of revenue into the Tata Steel. So this was the first question that gave me the need, the want, I would say, to get into an MBA role. And again, as the monitoring of the project, the finances, how the money is being flown into the company and how it is being charged with the client. So these things, again, managing the workers and how I was being again managed by my superiors. So these 4 or 5 points in a series of say 6 months gave me or asked me to do MBA, and then I started preparing for the MBA entrance exams.
Correct. So when you thought कि अभी MBA करना है, तो सबसे पहला एग्जाम जो देना है डिसाइड करने का, was it CAT, or as you are in SIBM you thought of directly attempting SNAP?
So there was nothing like the first exam. So I started in a structured way that what all exams are there in front of me. Okay. Of course, CAT is the first exam for the season. If you look, so many people start their MBA journey for the season with CAT, and then they go for other exams like NM or the NMAT. Then they go for SNAP, IFT, ZAT, then TestNet. So this is the flow of the exam. So I in fact started in such a fashion only that my first exam would be CAT, and then I positioned the dates of the other exams in such a way that I'll take the things as they come through.
Amazing. So as you appeared for many exams other than SNAP also, you may have got many calls from different B schools. So could you please name what calls did you get other than SIBM Pune?
So I would like to mention that I was only able to appear for the 2 exams, CAT and SNAP. And after SNAP, I got infected with the COVID in the 3rd wave. So I was not able to appear in the other exams.
Okay.
So apart from SNAP, I got call from SIBM Pune and SEM HRD, and from CAT, I got call from IM CAPS, IM Ranchi HR, then Kashipur Analytics, then I had Trichy, then I had Shillong also.
Okay. So why did you choose coming to SIBM Pune over all the other options that you had?
So the first thing that it was the oldest college among the other colleges and the calls that I had first. Second, the pedagogy and the program structure at SIBM wants people to be more proactive into the MBA structure.
Right.
Third, I would say the rich alumni base we have here. Fourth, the whole process or the admission process or the connection between an aspirant and SIBM Pune gave me an idea that this college not want people with good academic background,
Mhm.
but the college wants people who are more into problem solving skills.
Okay.
So these things propelled me or motivated me to join SIBM Pune.
Amazing. So when you started preparing for entrance exams, so did you appear for exams by preparing by yourself, or you had any coaching institute join?
So I didn't join any coaching institute in particular. My VARC was not up to the mark, so I had joined VARC 1000 by Jijo through Career Launcher. And apart from that, I had taken a couple of mock series, mock test series to carry on the process.
Amazing. So what was your strategy to, crack the interviews after you got calls?
So first of all, I wanted to be thorough with my basic. And in the basic, I would say my academic background of my undergraduate days of civil engineering and the basic of what I have done at my work with Tata Steel. So I tried to balance my my interview structure among these two things. And one more thing, that I am an avid reader of newspapers. So I had this thing always, if you are good versed with the current happenings around the world, these things always become an add-on. So these three were the aspects through which I positioned my interview, and being clear as water was the one approach I would say that helped me get through the interviews.
Okay. So your interview must have been online only, right?
Yes.
Right. So when you entered the interview, so how many panelists were there?
For SIBM Pune, there were 2 panelists. So now when I am here, the professors were Chetan Panse sir, our operations teacher, and Mansi Farke ma'am, who teaches us economics.
Okay, so your professors only conducted your interviews. So did you get more of the questions dependent on your profile and your interest, or was it that faculty, whatever their expertise lies in, most of those questions were asked to you?
So basically, first of all, the faculty wanted me to be comfortable into the whole process. So they wanted to understand what is the idea of Ankit Kumar getting into an MBA, and again, why MBA from SIBM. Once I had gone through these 2 major questions, I would say, they started building the whole interview process, or I would say they wanted me to write the whole interview process through the admission form that I have filled up, the descriptive answers before the exam, before the interview process. Yes.
So more or less your interview lied on why MBA and why MBA at SIBM Pune.
Yes.
Right. Any more questions that were asked in your interview?
So as I mentioned that about my interest into the GK. So at that time, the Russia-Ukraine war had just begun.
Right.
So yes. So the tensions were going on. So at that time, the question was that what are the financial implications of Russia-Ukraine war? So it was not just plain context. They wanted to understand what is my point of view for the whole thing, and how does it going to affect the economy or the
okay, so Ankit, you got question based on finance of a current GK topic. That was because maybe you showed your interest in domain of finance, right? Or it was generic and they wanted to know because maybe their expertise lied in that.
No, so I showed interest into the topic, and again, so while in the conversation, it just came up that the stock market is going down. In fact, I mentioned that because from October 2021 till somewhere in the mid 2022, the stock market has been going down comparatively in the Indian stock market, because of the FIIs going out of the country. So I came up with this idea, and then the teacher or Mansi ma'am in particular asked me that why it is going down. Then I mentioned about the tension between the countries. So what could be the other implications than the stock market? So
Right.
it became that way.
Also, you mentioned about an admission form in which you gave descriptive answers, right? So उसके अंदर भी आपने mention किया था कि which domain are you interested in, or is it necessary to mention that before you appear for your interviews?
So the good part about SIBM Pune is that that we do not have to mention that beforehand, and even if the student doesn't want to mention it in the interview, it's very fine. It's very clear.
Okay.
That I want to get into operations or say marketing. But once you are into SIBM Pune, you would be given ample amount of time, and you would be run through a different series of processes through which your mind could be clear. And SIBM wants its aspirant to have a clear mind of what they want to pursue in these 2 years,
Okay.
and what they want to make of their MBA after these 2 years. So once a candidate is into the college, they are instructed, they are mentored, and then they are prepared to get into the specialization of their wish.
Okay, got it. So now that you are already into SIBM Pune and almost about to complete your first year of MBA, how do you feel life is at SIBM Pune?
So life at SIBM Pune is a roller coaster ride, and this roller coaster in a day there would be a lot of ups and downs in a day only. And to manage all of this, I would say a person need to keep themselves sane, to be very particular. And the rush is so the initial days were very hectic. And once so if I look back and see that, wow. But now that I am down to almost complete, I'm down to completion of my first year, I would say that it made me a real professional. Although I was working as a manager in Tata Steel, but now it has imbibed the professionalism into me. And earlier I was not able to juggle between many things. But today, if you would ask me that just as I'm appearing for this interview currently, after that I have something else going on, and post 12 o'clock I would be doing my assignment, so I can do different things. And this and one thing doesn't overlap with other. So managing time is another thing that SIBM has taught me.
Correct. So, an aspirant, they have nearly 1 or 2 months before joining the college, after they get a final call from the college and admission. So how can an aspirant make the most of these 1 to 2 months before joining the college, according to you, as you're already in the college and you'll be their senior next year?
So in my suggestion, any aspirant who wishes to join SIBM Pune should be a street smart person. And by street smart, I would say they should always have the problem solving skill into them. So an aspirant should be working on this aspect of problem solving. Second, they should be looking inwards and trying to conclude that which specialization they want to pursue, because it is one of the biggest, I would say, career decision that they are going to make in the near future.
Right.
Third, they should start reading newspaper, because in my view, or even the corporate leaders that usually visit us, they always say that a good corporate leader is one which has good command over all the happenings around the world. So they should try to read newspaper. And the fourth one, I would say, they should not leave their hobbies. So they should be pursuing their hobbies, because once they are into the MBA college, these hobbies make you stand apart from the crowd.
Very correct.
Sleep. Fifth, and most important, sleep as much as you can.
True. So I agree to all the points, but I cannot deny, nobody can deny the fifth point that you have mentioned, whoever is doing MBA, I feel. So yeah, the last question for the interview from my side would be, do you think that placements in SIBM Pune stand at par with other top tier colleges?
Yes, in my view, the placements at SIBM Pune stand at par with the other B schools. And in fact, if you look at the current stats that we have for the summer placement and the final placement of 2022, the highest stipend for the summer placement was 4.4 lakhs for two months, and then the average stipend has shot up by 25% to 2.91 lakhs, and the median has moved to 3.1 lakh at an increment of 34%. Now coming to the final placement, I would say the highest CPC is 35 and the average is 26, which is almost 16% higher than last year. The median is at 24, which is at 15% more than the last year. The roles I would like to mention in explicitly that the roles which we are getting here are human resource consulting, investment banking, risk analysis,
Okay.
management consulting, broadman, program management, and a project management also.
Amazing.
Apart from that,
yeah.
I would just like to mention the prominent recruiters which we have here are Extract, Coca-Cola from technology domain. We have Google, Microsoft, and Amazon coming in. So there are a variety of roles that are being offered and variety of companies that visit us. Yes.
One of the most sought of brands and one of the most liked roles have been offered according to you and all the students that I've spoke to. So
Yes.
My last and a fun question to you would be that now that you are in the campus for so many months, tell us one thing about SIBM that an outsider you think must not know or doesn't know.
So I would say that one of the most funniest part of SIBM is the close-knit society, I would say.
Okay.
The cohort of MBA 1 and MBA 2 is very closely knit, and they are always there for each other. In fact, in fact, the motto of Symbiosis International University Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam is not just a motto for the sake of saying. The people every day are living through it, and people are always there for each other, helping each other. The council, the SITs, they have a very vivid culture of helping each other and growing through learning. So I would say this is the fun part of being at SIBM.
Amazing. So, Ankit, it was amazing talking to you, and not just information, but you actually took the viewers from information to the experience that you had in your complete journey of the preparation of entrance exam till the campus life. So thank you so much for taking out some time and coming here with us at College Dunia today. And thank you guys for watching this video. Please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe College Dunia MBA channel. Also comment करके मुझे बताओ which college should I cover next in the video. Until then, stay tuned. Thank you.